911.
Cardiac arrest.
25-0.
We have a working fire.
Hold traffic, shots fired.
So I had to transform myself and figure out something. Fortunately, during that same time, the Central Florida area was attempting to develop a disaster medical assistance team.
Mm-hmm.
DMAT. Mm-hmm. And I was working strongly on that concept of operation, and started giving speeches. And again, the Rescue 911 episode, I told the people there that, I'm not doing this to help you. I'm doing this to say thank you to those that saved my life and to promote trauma care and physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the focus was going to be on, not me. And then, that was kind of a challenging moment also, where they're asking me about my height and width and such. And I said, well, what is this all for? Are you going to buy me a new suit or something like that? What do you need to know my chest size for?
You buying
they said, no.
Building your coffin for you already, just in case they don't like you?
I was truly confused. And they said, no, this is for the actor. We match people up to what they look like the most and such. And I said, well, I've got some good news and some bad news. I said, the bad news is you're not going to hire an actor. The good news is I'm just going to play myself.
Yep.
And they said, we don't do that. And I said, well, okay, it was nice talking to you, and hung up. They called back in a few minutes and said, we got disconnected. I said, oh, I know. I hung up. You said that you weren't going to do that. So there's no, I told you it was nice talking to you, didn't I? I didn't just hang up. I thanked you.
You were just upset that it was like that 9/11 movie. You didn't want Nicolas Cage playing your part.
I didn't even see it. I didn't even see that movie. But yeah, I actually told him this. I said, who do you think is going to get you a Bell Jet Ranger to use, and an emergency room, and my friends, and a trauma room, and an ICU room to go ahead and film? I says, if I don't play, none of my friends are going to play, and I'm going to tell everybody that's involved not to do it. How about that? And they says, well, if you think you could psychologically handle it. I went, psychologically handle it? I said, I've already been hit by the car. You're not going to hit me again. I said, yeah, I think I'll be okay. And I'll tell you, I'm the only person in that TV show's history that ever played themselves. And I think it was a turning point for some of the people that put the show on also. So I went ahead and started giving thanks to physical therapy groups and to trauma groups by telling my story. I had a great lead in by being able to show the first 7 minutes of the Rescue 911 episode.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be able to be introduced by William Shatner was kind of a good thing. And then I started to learn that organizations were looking for good news stories.
Once again, this is your host, Christopher, of the Ukrainian Fire Chaplain Show. If you have not already, go ahead and look at our website, theufcshow.com. It's got information about us and ways that you can follow, subscribe, or support us. We're on various podcast platforms. We're on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're able to, consider supporting us on Patreon. Also want to give a shout out to Daniel Atchison, the music artist Atch, for permission to use his song Forever in our productions. Until next time.